Um, this is the Don. This is him. This is Sir. Yes, sir. This is Avery Alexander Hadley. I'm coming to y'all right now. Just giving a little sex talk, giving a little, one, two, smell me, feel me, on how long it's been since I've had sex, right? And at first, I felt like it was a bad thing, but the deeper I am into this and how I see myself interacting with females now, it's not such a bad thing because it's been 3 years since I've had sex. It's 2022 right now. We got like November 8th or something like that of 2022 going into 2023, and it's been since 2019, towards the end of 2019, in October and November, since I've had sexual intercourse with a female. So it's it's liberating. It feels good. All right. Of course, when you lose that intimacy with someone that you can deem as a significant other, I wasn't just having casual sex. I was with a partner who I wanted to be my spouse at one point, right? But that last time, right? Ever since then, it's been no sex, and you know, breaking of a soul tie hurts. Of course, I still think about them from time to time. I wish them the best. I hope they're happy in their endeavors and all that other stuff. But you gotta move forward. And me, I've moved forward. I feel great. I feel awesome. I feel like God has me on a path where, you know, I'm reviewing all the skews and the mess ups that I made over the years on focusing on girls at an early age, being self conscious and insecure, to not talking to females or just talking to females over the phone, not really having interpersonal skills and communication skills, to now where I can interact with females how I interact with my guys, or I could talk on this app with no one talking to me. I'm not gonna put this one on. With no one talking to me and do great. So those those 3 years of being in a relationship and the 3 years of me not having sex after those 3 years of me not being in a relationship, it has done wonders for me. I realized that it may not have been a bad relationship. It's just 3 years of stuff that I realized I was learning myself, what I do want, what I don't want to repeat again, what I won't tolerate, what I like, what I don't like, etc. And now I know what to look for in a partner. Now I know what to look for in a spouse. Now I know what I like, what I don't like. And me living with myself, I know who I am as a person. I'm growing to know what I like and what I don't like. I'm becoming my higher self. My dreads have not only reached my ears, but they're at the point where it's about to touch my neck. I'm officially at that point. I'm officially at that position, that level, that standard. Right? It's different. It's different now. I'm not focused on trends coming to me. I'm gonna just let the trend come to me. I'm gonna just let whatever comes to me. And I got a choice and I got an abundance. It's not just a couple girls here and there, like feeling me and wanting to talk to me. No, it's a whole plethora. It's a whole shenanigans. You feel me? And I can single that down and choose the partner I want to be with. Not just for sex, for actual connection, intimacy. You realize you don't just want sex, because sex gets old. Your dick gets sore if you keep pounding and pounding. digging and stroking, like Stefan said, Steph was told. You want something more. You want to be happy with a person. You want to spend time with a person and them understand you and you understand them and you feel a connection with them. You don't want there to be arguments. You want to be on the same views and beliefs and moral system as this other side of you. And this other side of you may have different thoughts that can help you. Right? I've seen that in past relationships where the other person had different thoughts or emotions that helped me and vice versa. All to become a better person. Right? You know, we were sent here and we came to this earth to have the experience and to, in some respects, you know, in some beliefs and religions, to preach the gospel, to find Christ, to, you know, make disciples of men. And in other respects, we came to learn, to to experience, to, you know, create, to feel. And I feel great right now. I don't know about any and everybody else. I can't answer it for any and everybody else. But being celibate for 3 years, it's been a journey because although I want to be with other people, and there was different times on different dating apps where I could have been like, text this shawty back or text that shawty back and slide over to their crib, I did it. I did it because I know I went for the one after I got out that past relationship. I went for the one that I always wanted. I went for what I truly wanted to, and who I truly wanted to be with, since a child, and that didn't work. So God showed me through all of this that all I need is Him, and all those other things are going to be added to me afterwards. If I just seek first the kingdom, Matthew 6:33, and not even just on sex, finances. I go and I'm starting to really learn how to trade even more in the foreign exchange market and Forex. People call it a scam, people call it fake, because I was in a network marketing company and it was multi-level marketing, network marketing, and they call it a pyramid scheme or whatever. But the education was real and I learned it between Time Academy and Epic University and even YouTube. And I'm probably going to go back to school for business administration to finish that because I got 24 credits. I just dropped out in the third semester to start Forex in like 2019. It's 2022. I might go back to school and finish that or finish in economics or finances just to be more well-rounded. Right? Finances. And then health. I'm working out again. You see it. Look, I was buff in high school in some aspects, but I'm getting back to it now. You see what's going on. I've been doing I'm trying to get this cut out. I'm trying to get this toned. I'm trying to do my thing. Eating healthy. Right? What else? Just shoes again. I remember I sold all my shoes just to have more money to trade and to go move to Houston. And now I'm getting back into shoes. I have a different perspective. I'm like, this is something that I always liked. I don't need to deviate from that. I just need more capital. Going back to school for electrical at Job Corps. I'm about to do that. I don't mean to spill all my beans, but this is a YouTube about my channel, about my life, so I gotta talk to y'all. Like, it's a lot on my plate. It's a lot that I want to do. It's a lot that I gotta aim for. And being focused and locked in right now and having God on my side I don't really need sex at the forefront right now, because sex is for multiplying and reincarnating, put more people onto this earth, to give more people experiences and to raise them up and to teach them what you believe and what you know and what your perspective is on life. And right now, financially and stability wise, I'm not completely there to do that. So I don't need to bring a child into this earth. You dig me? Even though that's something I wanted, I've always wanted, especially with a certain person. God has me on a path and a course right now to get more information, to learn and have more wisdom and a perspective, and to be a certain way, so I could, when I do get that son or when I do get that daughter, when I do get children, whether it be one wife or multiple, whether it be one baby mama or two baby mamas or 5, 10, whether I be like Nick Cannon or whatever, to lead a family, I'll have the wisdom to be a good husband. I'll have the wisdom to be a good father, to be a good, financially sound, responsible person, to be a good, mature, loving, caring, compassionate, upright, moral person, right? It's not just about me, because everything that someone's gonna be watching me, the other person, they're learning from, and they're critiquing, and they're adjusting to the way I move. So it's all about getting me right now, even down to, you know, doing knees, doing knees, hitting knees, getting my chest right. You feel me? Hey, you see a little stomach, but that's okay. Getting right, man. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, man. Hanging out with my friends. The other week, my friend Peyton took me to a bar. And we played pool like we did back in high school when he used to come to my house. Me and Brian. And the shit was lit. It felt good to be outside. It felt good to be just in the environment, drinking the twisted tea. Not to say I get drunk, because I don't get drunk. I might drink every once in a while. I smoked the black and mild, I did. Right? And it felt good. The next day I had that smoke breath, which I hate. But it felt good. It felt good to live. It feels good to live. It feels good to enjoy what God has given you. It feels good to not be condemned or not be held down to the sins of this world, to the weight of this world, to the thoughts of this world, to the ideas, perceptions, and ideologies of this world. It feels good to be my own person. It feels good to love people. It feels good to have respect for people and have respect for myself. It feels good to know my worth. Right? It feels good to know my worth. So, I'll say this to a person. Based on my experience, I would wait till you get married or wait till you find someone special to have sex with. Because that is a bonding and spiritual thing you're doing. And you don't want to be connected and in sync with the wrong energy. Right? And that's with anything you do. Right? And I don't know when I'm gonna leave this earth. I don't know when I'm gonna transcend. I don't know when I'm gonna elevate. But I do know when it's my time to leave. When I do know when it's my time to go. God already had this course set out for me. Think about it. We watch a movie every day on Canal Street on ASAP Rocky's Canal Street. My Life's a Movie. They should film this shit, right? Or a Kevin Gates movie. I feel like My Life a movie. I know my life could be a fucking movie. Where that one song video, that music video by Kevin Gates, where he's praying and you see him get up and you see him get up off the floor and you see him, driving with a homie that he gets shot, him hopping out on feet, running. Think of it from another person's perspective. They're looking at you. Everything you're doing, somebody's watching. Somebody's either inspired, motivated, critiquing, judging, feeling some type of way about everything you're doing. So make sure that every time you wake up, you're putting your best foot forward to make somebody think. To make somebody go, hey, I hate this, or hey, I like this, or hey, I want to try that, or hey, I'm inspired, let me do my own thing. To keep this shit rolling, keep this shit moving, keep this shit going, even to switch this shit up, and one day it's gonna be something completely different. Right? I'm not talking like no prophet, I'm not talking like, anybody else is talking like me. I'm not talking like anybody else. I'm kicking this shit to you how I can kick it to you. God's gonna use me how he's gonna use me to speak this shit. The change is coming. The revolution will and won't be televised. There's shit going on in front of the camera, behind the camera, on the sides of the camera, all over. You just gotta be ready for that shit. You just gotta be ready for it. Supposedly there's an HR 40 bill for reparations. My grandmother should have got some reparations. Her people should have got some reparations. My granny and my grandpa should have got some reparations. But I might be the generation to receive that shit. All that hard work they done put in, and even down to when I was 11 and 12 years old cutting grass. Up to 15, 16 cutting grass. Up to 16, 17 working at Taco Bell. Then working at Walmart. Then working at the dollar store. Then working at Tractor Supply. Working security. A bunch of different shit I done did. Right? Pushing carts. Being inside, chipping ice in a meat cooler. Filling up propane tanks. Moving feed for animals. Being on a forklift. Fixing and meal prepping, cleaning bathrooms, taking out trash, cutting grass, weed eating, being on a lawnmower, doing a push mower, to going to college, to being depressed in college, working, being a cashier, to now. It's all for the glory of God. My story being televised. Your story is being televised. I advise that you don't. I'm going to say this to anyone who's watching. Just like this is literally a message to myself because I review this shit. And I hopefully you make your own YouTube channel. You make your own Patreon, your own whatever. And do it how you going to do it. Mix it up. Scissor it up how you gonna do it. Indoctrinate it how you gonna do it. Put your sizzle and your sauce on it how you gonna do it. Right? You have to leave an impact. You have to do something phenomenal. You have to do something great. You have to do something extraordinary in your own right. Not up to anybody else's standards, but yours. Something that you can go back and be like, I'm glad I did that shit. I'm glad I said yes to that opportunity. I'm glad I said yes to that decision in my mind to start that shit, to drop that music. I said yes to making that art. I'm glad I said yes to creating that shooter, creating that jacket. I'm glad I said yes to starting a cooking camp. I'm glad I came up with a new bill, a new proposal. I'm glad I came up with a new idea, a new invention. I'm glad I was a part of that group that did this great thing. I'm glad I was a part of something. I'm glad I made something. I'm glad I was able to be a part of society. But you have to get interactive. You cannot let it be idle because that is your enemy's playground. That's where depression and anxiety try to seep in. You can't let that shit. You gotta stay moving. Of course, there's gonna be a moment in your life where you have to stand still and really deal with that shit. But then you have to get up. Then you have to get up. And at one point, I did not feel like moving. I did not feel like doing this. I did not feel like doing that. But then I had to get up. Because if I don't get up, who's going to care? If I don't get up, I'm going to start losing weight. My face is going to start changing colors. I'm going to lose water out of my body. And then I'm going to go. And we don't want an unfulfilled life or what you could have did in life. There was this video where I watched it said, you don't want to get old and all your spirits or whatever come to you and say, you could have brought us to life and now we have to go to the grave with you. What the fuck? Imagine you were supposed to have kids. Imagine you were supposed to help kids. Or imagine you were supposed to help your peers or your friends. Or imagine you were supposed to, go out more or experience life. Take a trip. See different parts of the world. Imagine you were the person to come up on a new discovery. And you be the next Christopher Columbus, even though we know that's some bullshit. Imagine you were the person that was supposed to do this or do that. And you left that shit empty. Don't leave that fucking book empty. Don't leave that fucking tape rolling with nothing on that bitch. I don't know how we could play games or read books or write different things down, write essays, or be a part of a program or a job and don't be like, where did this shit even come from? And why not have one of my own? Or why not leave an imprint or be a part of this shit in a bigger way? We can't go outside. And I did practice semen retention at one time. I want to say this. I practiced semen retention at one point in my life. And I noticed, I felt good about myself. But then when I relapsed, I felt horrible. So, I've thrown out the judgments of what I would feel and what I wouldn't feel. And the shame monster, the shame wizard on Big Mouth has no right to harm me. He has no right to judge me. He has no right to condemn me because I'm human at the end of the day. As long as I'm not out hurting any female's feelings, telling them this goo goo gaga story and using them as a body masturbation tool, I'm good with myself. Because it's better, like the Bible says, it's better to marry than to burn with lust. But in another sense, until you get that partner, don't go around just not able to, you feel intense all day. You feel me? This is me. You can call me freaky, you can call me weird. I've seen porn at the age of 6. And not only that, I probably started beating my meat around 9 or 10, not knowing what I was doing. Then when my friends introduced me to pornography, and on the internet, it was raps, right? So the fact that I'm not where I was when I was a child or when I was younger, and it's more controlled, it's more like, nah, I don't need to do it right now. Maybe not today. Maybe not a couple days. Maybe not a week. And then you know, it's progress. And that's the thing about God. And it says in the Bible, you know, He's going to continue to perfect you into the day of redemption. Not that I'm so heavy nowadays on the Bible anymore, because I realize there's other walks and there's other perspectives and there's universal truths. It's just that's what I was taught and that's what I know. And we have to continue to feel the pain leaving our body and the strength entering our body. That's what I will say. We have to continue to be a better woman or a better man. We as humans cannot let sex control our bodies. We cannot allow lustful desires to win every single battle. We have to win a battle here and there. Um, Whether you're dealing with bills right now, interpersonal thoughts, um, just overthinking or whatever, don't do it anymore. Don't do it anymore. And this is the thing. We don't realize you could be on YouTube watching something about somebody, or you could be watching a movie, and it could be someone, the writer's struggles or the writer's thoughts coming to you, and you like, yeah, this is relatable, but you just accept it. This could be my struggles coming to you, and I don't know if I relate to you. I don't know if you done the same thing. I don't know if you just hearing me out. So let's be mindful of what we watch. You know, I saw like a couple people join the left. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. This is just me talking about how I haven't had sex in 3 years after that 3 year relationship, and I feel good. Yes, I have whacked to the corn. Yes, I have. Yes, I can admit. I can admit. I felt a sharp, intense amount of pleasure than instant regret. That PNC post-nut clarity. Yeah. And I just want people to know we are better than we think. We are greater than we know. And there's more to life that we have to experience before we go. Yours truly, Drippy985 on Xbox. Um, I think it's A_Alexander Hadley on Twitch. A_Alexander Hadley on YouTube. A_Alexander Hadley on Instagram. And Avery Hadley with 2 R's on the Avery on Facebook right now. It, yeah. So that's me. This is Avery. You see, we working on these muscles. We gonna get on. We're gonna drop this. We're gonna get right. So yeah, this has been Avery. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to my rant. I ball like Kevin Durant. uh, I don't come up short like an ant. I got the degree for you men, like some underarm you know, you know, yeah, crazy shit. Disinfect, smell a little better. But yeah. Nah, I'm playing. I hope each and every one of you have a good day, male, female, whatever gender you want to call yourself, but non-binary, they, them, she, her, them, and he, uh, they, them, creatures, creation, whatever you want to call yourself. My beard hasn't been growing, and recently I put beard oil on it. Ah, has a couple nicks in it. Someone put me on some beard oil that makes my beard grow, and yes, I'm out though. Y'all be easy, don't be cheesy. Love all, live life. Uh, make your creator proud. Make your creator proud. And I'm sure he's already, or she's already, or they are already proud of you. So continue being great, mother.